Yo, what's going on, guys? This is your boy Mac the Trader, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm essentially going to be showing you guys a little bit of what I've been working on these past couple of weeks and why you guys haven't really been seeing me on YouTube. And it's essentially going to be based around the index market. So I'm essentially going to be sharing with you guys some results from my new day trading strategy within the S&P market. And if you guys enjoy, feel free to leave a like on the video. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and a lot of content coming soon. But what I want you guys to do is type out the questions that you guys have as it relates to anything that I'm about to show you. And then we're going to go in more depth into those questions with future videos. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get right into it. And I'll catch you guys on the charts. All right, guys, so welcome back to the chart. Let's get right into it, starting out with the S&P 500 15-minute time frame. So the 15-minute time frame is the time frame that I use in order to find my liquidity. My strategy revolves a lot around liquidity. Liquidity is one of the main factors of the entire strategy itself on how I trade. So we can see here that we have M15 liquidity and price runs to the upside, okay, and essentially sweeps that liquidity. Once that liquidity has been swept, right, then I'm waiting for the equities market to open at 9:30, and then I'm looking for a micro transition on the lower time frame to see if price wants to run in the opposite direction. Now, for those of you guys that want to know the ins and outs, no worries. I am dropping an informational very soon that you guys can take advantage of in order to really understand how I take advantage of the index markets. So once price sweeps the M15 liquidity, right, I'm essentially just looking for price to break down and give me a shift in momentum from this bullish pressure to this bearish pressure, right? So here we can see that price gives us a market structure shift here. For those of you guys that use my institutional trading concepts, this was a beautiful entry on the S&P market. However, I do not trade that style within the index market, only currency. And from now moving forward, I am just an index trader. So my main focus will be on the index market. So we can see here that price essentially creates a low, price takes out that low, and we have a little bit of imbalance here left behind on the M5 time frame. Price trades back up into this area. I was going to set my stop above this region here, right? And then I was going to look for price to tap into this region before continuing lower. Now, and sorry if you guys hear my notifications going off in the background. That is my, those are my students getting active. That was a student that just contacted me. Anyways, so for those of you guys that traded live with me on Tuesday, okay, this is essentially what we had marked beforehand. What's going on, traders? For those of you looking to take advantage of my index market trading journal, what I want you to do is click the link in the description, go to gain access, and take advantage of the daily analysis for the index market. All right, what can you be expecting? So you can be expecting full breakdowns of the trades, the confluences that I'm using, me explaining to you guys exactly why I do what I do within the market, within the chart, and essentially you can then go back, put it on your chart, and see where you would have entered, things like that, and essentially see how my strategy fares within the market, right? I give you guys the entries, I give you guys the higher time frame sweeps, I give you guys the lower time frame entries, I give you guys the targets, all of that good information. If you're interested, click the link, join, would love to have you a part. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. All right, I told you guys I wanted to see price trade back into this area before going short. You can see that price does not trade back into this area, but essentially continues to run lower and hits our targets. My first target was internal range liquidity here, right? Second target was this region here, right? Now let's go back to the M15 time frame, right? So this was my main target, which is the volume imbalance that we can see based on the M15 time frame, right? So after targeting internal range liquidity, which this was internal here, this was internal here, then I would target this external range liquidity around this volume imbalance on the higher time frame, right? So essentially, once price pushes to the downside, okay, we then sweep these lows here, all right, and then price returns starts to push back to the upside. Now we have our PM session, 1300 hours here. All right, we can see a little bit of buy side liquidity. You can see that price goes bullish here, bearish here, and then this bearish candle here, or this bullish candle, bearish wick, excuse me, essentially sweeps these lows and then continues to move to the upside. So once we sweep this liquidity here, okay, and the fact that we traded into this area, we have a bearish rejection and we have a bullish candle, okay, that essentially has a wick that sweeps liquidity. That essentially tells me that there could be possible buy stops within this area here, right, residing as buy side liquidity. So once price runs that area, didn't necessarily know if we would get a trade or not. However, if you guys do follow me on Twitter, I give little hints and shout outs during sessions, okay, to give you guys kind of like a hint on whether or not I'm going long or going short. And sometimes I will even tweet out my live entry position for you guys to take advantage of. So feel free to follow me on Twitter at TrillionaireMac, and you should be good to go. So we can see that once price sweeps those highs, okay, since it looks the best to me on the M5 time frame as it relates to these relatively equal highs before price gives us that rejection and that sweep here before we get the continuation, I was really looking at the M2 time frame in this case, okay, to see if I could possibly get a trade entry opportunity. So I was looking to see if the M2 time frame would essentially shift in market structure and then give me a target at sell side liquidity here, and then possibly here, which I'll go over why this was my second target. Now, you can even break this down to the M1 time frame. The M1 time frame was absolutely perfect within this area, but my go-to for my entries are usually the M5 or the M1, or excuse me, the M5 or the M2, okay? But the M1 left a beautiful entry right here within this area as well. So we can see once price sweeps buy side liquidity, right, we push to the upside just a little bit, create this high, then we create this swing low here. Price takes out that swing low, okay? We have a nice imbalance here within this area. Price trades back into this point of interest, gives us the entry, okay, stop above this region here, and then price melts to the downside. First target would be this internal range liquidity right here, sell side, and then our second target, okay, which is where I closed my entire order, okay, was right here within this area based on our M1 confluences, which I'm going to show you guys now. So you guys remember that volume imbalance that I showed you guys on the M15 time frame, right? Well, so price traded into that volume imbalance here and then gave us a beautiful shift in market structure here along with our inefficient pricing here, right? Remember, this is that volume imbalance with a gap. We had an M15 candle close bullish, or excuse me, bearish here, and then we had a gap and then another candle close bearish here. All right, so we can see that we have inducement with these lows here. Very, very beautiful setup. And then what happens is price taps into it and then goes long, right? So we'll break the setup down in just a second, but I wanted to break down essentially why this was my end all be all target for these sells, right? So we have sell side liquidity here, internal, first entry. So we have sell side liquidity here, internal, first target, and then we have sell side or buy side imbalance here, inefficiency. That was our long position, which is going to be our second target. All right. Now we can see that on the M1 time frame, we also have pretty much the same entry opportunity here, right? We can see that we have a shift in market momentum, right? Then we have inefficient pricing. Price trades around that, accumulates, and then we distribute, push to the downside, and run on those on sell side liquidity and that buy side imbalance, right? So absolutely beautiful. Now let's break down this trade here. So once we took that entry, okay, and that was essentially based on the M15. Let's go back to it. Volume imbalance here, right? Price essentially trades into that, sweeps that, gives us an M1. Let's go to the M1 time frame. Gives us an M1 reaction here. Price taps into that reaction and then goes long. And then our target is simply just our first internal range liquidity and then external. So our first target is, of course, here. Absolutely beautiful for around 41 handles. And then our second target was here. Okay. Now this was not a trade that I took. I set my order for this sell position that you guys saw the first half of the video, right? I did take this sell here. Okay. I was tagged in, and then this buy position here I did not take since we're pretty much bearish, right? Now if we go to the M5 time frame, you guys can see a trade that I took yesterday. All right, if you do not follow me on Instagram, all right, feel free to follow me on Instagram. Let's actually move this over. It's supposed to be 9:30 and perfect. Right, if you don't follow me on Instagram, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I actually posted this trade yesterday, so I'll just drop this in here really quickly for you guys. We won't make this too long. Anyway, we can see that we sweep sell side liquidity here. All right, we sweep this low with this nice move to the downside, right? So within this region here, I was simply just looking for a reaction. Okay, see if we could get a shift in market momentum along with inefficient pricing being offered. All right, that is what took place here. We have a shift here, inefficient pricing. This was my entry here. All right, feel free to follow me on Instagram if you would like to see that. All right, I'll also post it to my community post. So I'll show you guys the screenshot. Actually, I can show you guys right now, actually. Here you guys go. All right, solid. So this was the trade taken. Now that's based on the M15. All right, let me show you guys the actual M5 because it's on a different account, but the account's on my phone. So this was the M5 here. As you guys can see, this is a screenshot of it, S&P, and then that was the entry right there. And that's the M5 time frame. So that was essentially this candle right here, right? And then we can see that price push to the upside, push to the downside, stop below the swing low, push to the downside, played around just a little bit. Now we're in profit. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm just looking to target these highs here, but I should, you know, we should see what New York session open may bring. So I'll keep you guys posted. Anyways, with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Drop them in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we are back. We're going to get back to our daily uploads. So let me know what you guys want to see. But I'll be pretty much just showing you guys my index trades and adding any type of value that I can to your trading career. Catch you guys on the next one. Much love. Peace out.